History, roots, memory. Those of the custody of the Holy Land go back more than 800 years, when Saint Francis of Assisi sent his friars to establish the overseas province. Shortly afterwards, they would receive a clear mandate to guard, in the name of the Catholic Church, the holy places, witnesses to the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Inside the custodial archives, we find very precious documents. From the 1342 bull, with which Pope Clement VI instituted the custody of the Holy Land, to other documents. 800 years of Franciscan presence in the Holy Land, memory, history, and roots that are fundamental for Brother Francesco Patton. Here is the custody of the Holy Land in figures. 300 missionaries, 80 shrines, 25 parishes, 18 schools, 5 homes for the sick and orphans, 6 homes for pilgrims, 3 academic institutes, 2 publishing houses, 1,074 jobs, 630 housing units for needy families, over 500 annual scholarships for university students, 1,470 houses rebuilt in Syria. Education and the growth of the new generations are some of the fields to which the custody of the Holy Land devotes most attention. A daily activity that takes shape in the schools it runs in 5 countries, attended by 11,000 students and 1,100 teachers. There is a beautiful coexistence and ecumenical dialogue in our schools. We live this coexistence practically every day. Among the schools here is one, the Magnificat Music School, which has the distinction of bringing together Jews, Christians and Muslims.
It's a big project of the custody of Holy Land and is a school open to everybody. The majority of students are Christians, but we have also Muslims, Jews, and we have the big hope to create a generation of musicians that they have no limits.
The custody of the Holy Land offers dwellings in Jerusalem, distributed inside and outside the Old City, as well as 72 houses in Bethlehem, providing accommodation for a total of about 2,050 people.
This house is my whole life. This house is a special place for me, and I could never leave it. My son Musa has repeatedly tried to convince me to move out of the country, but I have always responded with an absolute refusal.
To date, more than 700 requests for housing have been received, of which at least 250 are urgent. In Syria since 2017, the custody has been helping the local population to rebuild or renovate their homes affected by the long war that began in 2011. This is done in small towns through the parish priests, and in Aleppo in particular, in collaboration with the association Pro Terra Sancta. But first, the fundamental mission for the Franciscan remains the same: to guard the holy places. There are 80 sanctuaries in the current borders of Israel, Palestine, Jordan and Syria. From Mount Nebo, the place from which Moses contemplated the Promised Land, to the sanctuaries of the life, passion and death of Jesus. Jerusalem is considered the heart of the Holy Land. On the Mount of Olives, the shrines of the Passion, Jesus' weeping and wailing over Jerusalem are commemorated in the Church of Dominus Flevit, which offers one of the most impressive views of the Holy City. A few meters further down, next to the Olive Garden, is the Basilica of Gethsemane, the place where Jesus prayed on the night of Maundy Thursday before being arrested. Inside the walls of Jerusalem, pilgrims walk the 14th stations of the Way of the Cross. A practice began by the Franciscans in 1600 and repeated every Friday until today. But Jerusalem has a heart for Christians, the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre, where the Calvary and the tomb of Christ are located. So every year we ask for help, support, including financial support, from all Christians around the world, and we give thanks for what Christians around the world give us as an expression of their closeness, their solidarity and their love.
Della loro solidarietà e del loro amore.